All right. This is John Sadler. He's been our cabinet guy for a long, long time. Him and my dad met a long, long time ago. He's been helping me figure out how to sell cabinets, how to design cabinets, how to make this business work. It's been a lot of hanging out with him in his office to figure that out over the years. A question I have for you that I was talking to Esker about that maybe you have some insight on. I have an idea, which is I don't really have you guys like come out to measure for me. Right. I've been doing all my own measuring. But one of the things that gets missed out when you guys don't come to measure is I have to catch everything. And if I don't catch something, we're kind of screwed. And as I learn more and more, we're less and less and less screwed because I'm getting smarter and smarter. But I had an idea as a way, I think I described this to you the last time I was here, but as a way to kind of help Esker train more smart people, to have David come out to my sites ahead of time and help me walk through things, and I would walk him through our plans like this, and he would have everything that you end up giving him for the shop, because I've never really messed with this side of it yet. And I don't know that I want to. I don't know that I need to, but it's like, it is important. It is like what I'm trying to plan. I'd love for it to actually get built the way that it was in my brain. And I'm learning more and more and more how to actually accomplish that. But
to get to this, you've got about 60 to 80 hours of computer work.
Yeah.
To be able to get the right stuff in the right place so that when you push price, it'll give you,
Yeah. And to get cut lists and all that. Yeah. It's 80 hours of setup is what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't know that the shop needs it. And you've been doing it. Someone needs to do it for sure. But I guess what I'm trying to think through is if I have David come out ahead of time with what's actually going to be put into the shop, and I can have David do a walkthrough with me, and between David and I know enough at this point that you guys don't come out to me anyways.
Yeah.
And David I don't know if David does measuring. I don't know what David's role exactly is quite yet. But at the very least, he's growing and learning, and Esker's bringing him up as... But what my idea is if I have David as David handles a couple of your contractors.
Yeah.
Like, what if I'm the one that David handles, and everything that I do, it goes through Esker too, and through you too, but like David, because I work really well with David is the other thing. If I have David come out ahead of time and catch mistakes ahead of time, and I'll pay him separate. Like if I had him come out on a Friday evening and I gave him a spot to stay and he could measure and
he would like.
I think he would like it too. But then when I have a question and I have a little change that needs to happen, right now I tell it to you, and then I kind of hope that it gets changed on the computer, and sometimes it does, because sometimes I call you when you're out at the doctor or out somewhere else. But one of the things I need to work on is how to actually, right now I do it all through the plans, all through KCD right now. But like this dovetail thing and like these headers, I just forget to do them all the time. Yeah. What I'm trying to develop with the design.
I'm always calling you.
Yeah, well, exactly. I need a sheet that I have to fill out every single time, and it might be repetitive at first, but it's like I got to circle regular boxes, not dovetail boxes. I need to circle, or I need to fill in on my individual piece of paper that has it all listed out.
You need to come up with a paper with check boxes.
For myself. Yeah, absolutely for myself.
Actually, for us too.
Yeah, I think so too. Because then you take it to Kenny, and it's like, hey, Kenny, at the rates that we give you, we're trusting you to fulfill certain amounts of these things. This sheet needs to get answered. If I got to fill out the sheet, it's one price. If you can fill out the sheet yourself, smart contractor, it's a different price.
Right.
Because that's kind of part of what I've been trying to learn over the last few years is how do I take things off of the shop's plate to get them more specifically, because I'm trying to sell a high-end product in Santa Barbara, because that's just what the Santa Barbara product is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, how do I accomplish, this is what I want to accomplish realistically. Can I borrow this?
Yep.
Is that okay? I might, perfect. What I've been saying is that I want to do one per month this year. But if I just push that goal back to next year, is like I want to do 12 jobs next year. And with those 12 jobs, I want to be designing it the way that I've been designing it with customers to give them for them to feel like they're creating their own kitchen with my help. Custom experience. I want also to be able to like give them realistic timelines. Because
that's a hard one.
That's a hard one for sure.
Because material,
absolutely,
drawer guides, hinges,
absolutely.
If they back order it.
Yeah, totally. But what can I do on my end to make this part of it better for myself?
Which part?
The realistic timelines.
Make sure we have all the parts that you need.
Yeah.
And
I think that's part of what the Charles McMurray thing I'm excited about is like I'm going to make a catalog for my customers. I've already kind of started it, where it's like I want to give my customers like 3 choices, not 1,000, like 3 good choices. But part of what my plan is I think I want to get for each individual cabinet, like if cabinet 3, it has the tray pull out, I want to have a sheet that like clearly describes, and I don't think Esker doesn't want to read that crap. You don't want to read that crap. I don't think anybody really wants to read that, but I'm trying to figure out a way when you or Esker calls me about a specific cabinet, that I can easily be able to tell you my answer that I decided 2 months ago without having to go and open it back up.
Go through all the papers.
Part of it is this video. Part of it is the video because I can pull those transcripts and I can describe the decisions I made on each thing. And I can, when Esker asks me a question, I can ask my little robot, like, hey, can you remind me what I decided for, am I doing tray pullouts or not?
Yeah. Well,
hey,
what you could do is once we have the drawings, you can always say cabinet number 3 has a false front tray.
Yeah. And then just list it. Like I would list all the cabinets, and then I would list
the ones that we're gonna.
Or I even go a little bit more intense than that. I just list every single cabinet.
Yeah.
And at least on the video form, I go through every single cabinet individually and describe every single thing, and then I can pull the transcript from that video, and then I can have it make me something short and useful that actually goes to Esker, so that he can look at my sheet. If he has a question on a cabinet, he knows, hey, I've got that sheet, and if he still is confused, he can call me and ask me to explain my explanation, which is annoying, but maybe that's a good way. But I don't think most of your customers are thinking through it on the same level I am. Is that kind of true?
Yeah, that's, they don't know.
They don't know and they don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I care or why I know. I haven't quite figured that part of it out yet. I don't know why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it.
Well, I think you care because you want to get it right for them.
I do want to get it right for my customers, for sure. Yeah. And I want
and right for everybody.
to justify a higher price
Yeah.
because I know that you can get a higher price in Santa Barbara. Like it just
Yeah.
is the case. They're expecting high quality
Yeah.
because they have the money to get the high quality. And I want to focus less on customers who are trying to keep a low price and focus more on customers who are trying to have high control over their experience. Because that's really what I'm trying to, with my
Yeah,
specific
you're
company.
trying to sell an experience.
I'm trying to sell an experience, for sure. I'm trying to sell an experience. Because people in Santa
Number
Barbara
one
will
thing
pay.
I think was great for experience when I first got this thing 7 years ago, 6 years ago,
KCD?
whatever,
Yeah.
is that I would take a laptop with me, with
Mm-hmm.
it in there, and I'd draw the kitchen out right there
Yeah.
and put cabinets in it and see what they thought, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Oh, I'd like drawers there or something.
Yeah.
Because then it made it less changes.
Totally.
You know,
Yeah.
well, I would come back and draw it the way I saw it,
Yeah.
you know, from the experience that I've had in the years that I've done it, you know.
And you're quick enough on the program to
Yeah,
be able to
to
do
just-
it in real
yeah,
time.
just-
Where 2 years ago I wasn't quick enough.
Yeah.
And I think I'm there.
Yeah.
There still is some stuff that
But for the end that you're trying to get to, I think that is one of the big clues to them because you're including them in the
Yeah.
design.
What do you think of a problem I see with it is never-ending changes. If you let them see behind the curtain and they kind of realize how the process works.
But see, they can't see behind the curtain unless you bring the cabinet up.
What do you mean unless you
You
bring
know,
the cabinet up?
when you're in KCD,
Uh-huh.
you know, when you start it, you know, when you start a new job, for instance, add wall, you know, just add a wall here, and you push OK. Now, to put cabinets on it, you know, they want an oven cabinet, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go to wall oven cabinets, and you put that in there and go like that, you know, and then that's it. You push OK, and there it is. They're not seeing the 30 different ones you got,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So you're basing off what you're picking up from them, what
So
they want.
the way that you would describe it is like meet with them for 15 minutes, go off to the side,
Yeah.
do a little thing,
Yeah.
and then have them.
And,
Yeah.
you know, or you know, and if they don't like it, just, you know, press that, cancel, or, oh shit. You gotta delete it, erase, and then go to that one, you know, and, you know, or maybe they told you they'd like drawers under it, or, you know, you can offer them drawers under it, you know,
Yeah.
anything like that, you know.
Yeah. I can always like have a smaller menu of stuff because like
Yeah.
part of what I think
They're only gonna see the menu you show 'em.
yeah, part of what I think is what I'm afraid of with showing customers that side of things. What I'm afraid of showing it to them too early is that right at the end they're going to want to change a bunch of things. And for me, it's like, well, I've spent, because of how easy it is to
Yeah.
change it.
Well, just put on the contract that any changes are considered a change and there'll be a price adjustment.
Yeah,
You know, that's simple. I mean, you know, they still do that now.
yeah,
You know, I mean, there's jobs we put in and they want changes,
yeah,
you know. But, you know, you take like,
I guess you can have in your contract like a, because this is what I was trying to say.
You know, this is one of the things that you can do for them. This one isn't a good one to do it, but you can go to 3D and you can show them the whole kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can, go in. You know, see, the way I drew this, I just drew the walls close together, so.
Yeah, totally.
But then they can see, from different angles, from above, from, whatever they want to, you can get down on the ground, and see it. And that is going to impress them.
Yeah.
For sure. So, but, I'm just, but I think on high end, this is the way it should be done.
Yeah, I agree. This is my thought, that from getting a job to finishing the install, there's a bunch of stuff that happens in between.
Yeah.
It's like someone finds me, or I find someone, and it's like, yes, we want to use you for fantastic.
Okay.
All right. What my thought is what do I need to do at what intervals, planning wise and ordering material wise and all of that, so that I can give my customers checkpoints. And if the customer doesn't, like, I just want to make it clear for my customers, hey, if you haven't checked this box, I can't get you to the next stage. But our goal is to get to this amount of time, like to get to here 3 weeks before drywall is done.
Yeah.
Because if we can do that, I can get the ball rolling.
I need this to be appliances.
Mm-hmm.
Cutouts for appliances, I should say. I don't care about the appliances. If they can send me the exact cutout dimension, And
that's on my
but
list,
see,
like
then,
really early on to get from them.
But see, that's also in writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That if something, like there
Something
was one
changes,
job I
it's gonna-
did where they couldn't get the oven now.
Yeah.
So they had to use a different oven,
Mm-hmm.
and they tried to tell me that I screwed up. Well, look, here's your paperwork.
Yeah.
But the type of wood,
Mm-hmm.
that's really the two main things you need.
And for me, because I'm doing so much of this, it's like specialty cabinets needs to get decided somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And what I want to have for my customers is certain like checkpoints that we're reaching.
Uh-huh.
And if you change something that we've already decided after, it's like I want every Friday.
Well,
from
after
here,
the check is in the box,
it's going to take more time and money if you
Right.
want to change that.
Right.
But I want to lay out for my customers like really clearly, hey, every Friday I have these decisions that need to get made from you. I've got, by the first Friday, I need you to have your appliances picked. By the second Friday, I need you to have your material and specialty cabinets picked. By the third Friday, so it's like from when I get a job, the design process for me, like let's just say it takes 4 weeks hypothetically.
yeah.
How many weeks from when I have, like I'm coming up with the list of everything that needs to be before I have like a John signed off.
Once you get all this, it should be within 30 to 45 days
Yeah.
to install.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, no.
Yeah.
But normally,
Yes.
and it's going to go back to normal. It always does.
Of course.
And it'll probably
Yeah.
go down slower,
Yeah.
where you can get them in 2 weeks.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
But if I wanted to develop, like, this is what I'm trying to develop for my customers. Hey, we do have a process. It takes 3 weeks to design. because you are slow. Not you, the customer, you're slow. You're not going to make your decisions that fast. If we can cut down on the time and shrink that, we will. We can. But our normal, because there's a lot of decisions to make, it's 3 weeks to design it. Then I need 3 weeks to order, I guess. 3 weeks to...
Well, to make the order, you only need a week.
Order materials, really, is what I'm trying to say.
Really, a week would do it for materials.
And then 3
They're pretty
weeks...
quick, as long as there's no back orders. Yeah.
This is kind of what I want to develop and sell to my customers. Like, this is my process.
Yeah.
It takes us 3 weeks to design it, and I have a whole process for that. It takes us 3 weeks to get our materials ordered. Sometimes we can shrink that, but it's usually about what it is. It takes 3 weeks to get all of your specialty items and everything picked out. And then it takes 3 weeks to build and install.
Okay.
And really what I want to say is the build and install, that's where this 3 week timeline starts.
Yeah.
And I can get everything ordered and stuff. Like, there's stuff I can do ahead of time. But, like, from the Friday, if this is on a Friday, I want to say 1, 2, 3. By this third Friday, after drywall is completely done, I can ensure that you can get cabinets by this day.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I can accomplish that by helping on these two sides for the shop. And I'm already doing this. I'm really good at this. I'm not really good at this. I'm getting better at this. I'm learning to do this one better. Actually, like, getting the right materials and stuff and making sure that this gets accomplished, like, as soon as this is done. I think that's my next step that I want to work on, is like, and this also is going to inform on how to better design these, because I'm not going to sell people stuff that I can't get quickly. I'm not going to sell people stuff that sucks. I don't want to pick. Yeah, like, last time when we were walking through everything on Charles McMurray, that was so helpful.
Yeah.
That was fun and helpful, and like, I just want to pull from Charles McMurray my own catalog, Nate's catalog of like what I actually offer cabinet wise. But I think that's what my goal is. Does that seem realistic? Does that seem like...
Yeah, that's very realistic.
Because I want to sell to my customers a 9-week process. And we can do this 3-week process before you even have your anything.
Yeah.
Like, I can, and as soon as this is done, it's really easy to do the rest of it. But I want to sell my customers this. And to be honest, what I really want to do is I only want to do... Sorry, I'm using all your paper.
That's fine. I got all kinds of them.
I only want to do 12 jobs a year. Like, realistically. 12 jobs where I take it through this whole 9-week process. But I can do more jobs for people just on this level.
Yeah.
Like, I can go help people figure out and charge a lower dollar amount.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford this, you probably aren't going to come through me, first off.
Yeah. No,
but also, like, if you need help, I could help people do their IKEA stuff. Like, I could, and I would be better at it than them, and I could, for a $1,000 consultation fee or a $500 4-hour consultation, I can help you get your IKEA figured out instead. And it's not going to be as good as our custom cabinets. If you want our custom cabinets, this is what the price is.
But see, I've considered starting a thing online to design people's kitchens.
Yeah.
You know, you send me the measurements where your windows are, where your plugs are, you know, all that stuff. And I'll design your kitchen for you and give you drawings, I can give you cutting lists, I can give you how to build them, you know, all that stuff.
See if it pops up quick.
But I'm actually afraid I'll get too many.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. This guy right here. He's got tons and tons and tons of videos about different stuff. Don't fall for these kitchen design traps. Is my kitchen easy to work in? The reasons you hate your kitchen. Stop reaching. So he like talks about kitchen design in his YouTube. But then what he has is in all of his videos, he created a kitchen design app. I didn't know this. This is fun and unique.
I've been keeping a secret. For the last 3 months, I've been working on something that I honestly believe is going to change the way.
So now he's got an app, I guess. In some of his other, I should have found a better video, but
Hey,
oh well. You can. Where's this description? Let's chat about your kitchen. Book a call. You can click on this. For $500, you can have a kitchen design meeting with him. It's a 1-hour Zoom consultation for $500. Like, simple.
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to pay $500, well, great. But that's how you solve your problem with you're afraid of getting too many. You just put a higher price than you think that you should have. You can't charge $50. That doesn't work. You get too many, for sure.
Yeah.
You only want 1 or 2 of these a day, maybe. 1 or 2 1-hour meetings a day, maybe, and that'd be great.
Yep.
So, my problem is, I don't know that I love cabinets. I don't know that I want to be talking about it for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? What I've discovered is that all business is kind of the same.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you just gotta, there's differences, or there's distinctions, but there's really no difference in all the different types of business. In order to get my business to the next level, I just gotta talk about it a bunch more.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to talk about it. Like that's my problem. Is like I like to talk, but I don't really love talking about cabinets.
Yeah.
I don't really love talking to people about how to redesign their own personal kitchen. I'm more interested in other things. So it's hard for me to make big steps because I just 5 years from now, I don't want to be talking about this same thing. And I'm trying to do my best to work on what is right in front of me, what God has put right in front of me. I want to be a good steward of what's immediately in front of me. But I do think this isn't the end. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to get better at talking about cabinets so that I can be good at talking about whatever I really want to talk about. So.
Yeah, well, time will give you that comfort.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it is. It's a comfort.
Yeah.
Once you get to a comfortable spot, you can talk about cabinets all day long.
Yeah.
Because it's not something you have to really think about. You don't have to think about your answer. You already know your answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of the time you know your answer before you're done asking the question.
Yeah.
But that's only because of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know exactly how you feel. Because when I was 20, 25 years old, I felt the same way, So, but after years in the business, there isn't much you haven't seen.
Totally.
And what you haven't seen is still within the realm of what you have seen.
And it's what becomes more fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So what it's sounding like is there's a certain amount of things in this first 3-week process, like appliances, materials, specialty cabinet. Like there's a list of things
Yeah.
that can get figured out and sequenced properly here. And really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like...
Once you get all those, you can make the drawings accurately.
Yeah.
You know, like the job I just showed you. I don't have the appliances for it yet. You know, but they wanted a price. Well, the way I price them now, I got to draw it to price it.
Totally.
You know, and of course, it only takes me an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so but I also have to put on there that the sizes may change.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you don't have a 30-inch oven or a 24-inch microwave, you know,
Yeah.
things are going to change.
Mm-hmm. What I think my goal is for this 3-week process, 3-week design. And this is arbitrary. Like
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out if this really is what I think. But if I had like a two-hour meetings with a customer for that 3-hour period, and I gave them homework so that by the Friday of that first week, we have these 7 decisions made.
Yeah.
And then at this week, we've got the next 5 decisions made. And then by this one, we've got all decisions made, and you're going to sign off and give a deposit if that's how I'm going to do it.
With drawings and stuff.
With drawings and prices and everything. But like, I can get you rough by this day.
Right.
I can get you final signed off by this day.
Yep.
And really, I'm just trying to create this as a system and a process so that I could teach somebody else to do it.
And make
so
them
that,
sign the drawing.
yes, I have been making people sign drawings. But that's kind of what I'm working on is like, what decisions do I want people to make in what order? That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Is like, I know appliances is like top.
Yeah.
But even before that, I think before all of this, if you don't know this current Hollister job that I have, I'm basing a lot of this off of that job because there's just been tons of nightmares with that.
Well, a lot of people don't know anything.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's where... Sorry, I'm going to take one more page.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I wish I could draw that straight now.
Well, I got the boxes to help me. It's
Yeah,
graph
but I
paper.
can't draw a line that straight.
Down here. And down here, do it yourself guide. Free YouTube. I can only general contract so many jobs per year, and I don't even want to take on any right now.
Yeah.
Cabinets and countertops, I can only do so many per year. Because I only want to do so many, like, you know
Yeah.
why.
No, I know.
And if I pick a number, if I just arbitrarily pick 12, which is one a month, that's a good number. I like that number. Design services, like we were talking about, it's like 2 per week. So it's like 100 customers, maybe. The do-it-yourself guide, what I mean by that is if I sold people some sort of like program that, hey, I only do 12 a year. I don't actually have time to do your job, but I do have a do-it-yourself guide, or I can do design services for you. You can go to your own contractor. But a do-it-yourself guide, that's what these people with this Hollister job, that's what they needed. because I was just their general contractor. Like, that is what happened, because they were not smart enough to do it themselves.
And you didn't get paid.
And I didn't get paid for it. So realistically, if I had just developed a guide for people, and it does not have to be that complicated. All that it is telling people, no, don't put your floor in before your cabinets. Like, it's just written on a list.
Yeah.
And I can sell unlimited of those because it's an online thing.
Yeah.
It's a video, or it's a piece of paper, or I don't even charge anybody any money for it. It's a free video on YouTube. It's like, if they're asking me questions, hey, I actually have a great resource for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you, but you can go watch me talk to my camera.
Yep.
But then design services, like, I could do a certain amount of those per year. I'm also thinking of another product that you could sell, which is like on-site checking. I don't know. Check / it's like construction management. Meaning,
Well, that's a hard one. I mean, yeah, you could do it locally, yes.
yeah, but
But, from these, you're going to get people from Tennessee that
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely,
you can't do that there.
yeah. What I kind of mean by this is something I already do for my cabinets and countertop when I sell people this, is like, I've been helping them locate their electrical boxes. And like, I've been meeting their plumber out there to actually like tell them this is how that goes.
Yeah.
And I can't do the full-on cabinets and countertops for everybody, but if you know who you're going to if you know who you're going to use for cabinets and countertops, you can hire me to design it if their shop isn't that good, or if you're going through IKEA or something else. I can actually come on site during your remodel and check for you and make sure that your utilities are where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And this has a small price. This has a bigger price. This has currently my biggest price. And if you want this, maybe I would get to the point where it's like, I'll do one per year. But it takes a lot of time. So it is going to be the most expensive thing that I sell.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out, because down here, design services, it's like, if you know what you want,
You'll
and I
make
can,
more money off of that than anything.
I know. And if I have this whole process down well, where it's like, I know that by this, I can get you to make your decisions in the right order to actually, at the end of it, get you a KC. Like, I'm selling you a piece of paper. That's all I'm selling you. It's a piece of paper. That's the most exciting thing to me, is to sell someone a piece of paper. That blows my mind that you can do that.
Yep.
Because currently that's all that I do.
Yeah. Really.
I only sell people a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I drill the handles and that whatever. That's the only physical thing I do on the whole thing. Really, I'm selling people a piece of paper, and that's kind of cool to me. So, I am working on figuring out if this was my goal, and it might not be the exact goal. Maybe I shrink it to 2 weeks, or maybe I want it to be 4. Like, I don't know what it is, but if I like the idea of Fridays. Like, if every Friday I need these decisions this Friday, these decisions next Friday, and these decisions next Friday, and if you can't get me...
Do you ever go away on Friday?
Sometimes, but I can pick Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah. But if we can't check this box, it pushes our whole timeline back a week, and it pushes this whole thing back a week too.
Yep.
But that'll
Yeah, you just have to explain to them these timelines have to be met.
Hey, I can just hand you, and that's what this would be. Realistically, I would sell people this do-it-yourself guide. And if you want to just buy my process, you can buy my $50. I don't care. But if you actually want me to do the process with, that's the value I really provide. I will actually guide you through that cabinet process for my price. So, but if I develop this, just, hey Kenny, this is the process of how it makes the most sense to the shop to get the shop everything that they need.
Right.
Or, hey Kenny, Nate'll go and do that whole hard thing for you, and he charges $2 a square foot.
Yeah.
But that's how I see this being valuable beyond. Like, if I did leave, if I did stop doing cabinets 5 years from now, this is like a actually helpful thing.
Yeah.
The same way, like, I've heard my dad talk about, I think, your pricing spreadsheet. Did my dad help you with that at all or something? No? Okay. But, like, that's game changer.
Yeah.
Having that, and now you have an even faster system through KCD. But it's like, setting up all these systems is what is fun for me. I like figuring out what decisions need to get made this first week and what do I do during these 2-hour meetings in order to ensure that these get made in this timely fashion. That's fun. I like that part of it.
Yeah, you're putting the pressure on the owners, really.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
Which is a good thing.
That's the part of cabinets and countertops that I hate the most. Is like all the pressure gets put on to me, and I try not to, like, I'm a nice guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to yell at Esker or you or any, like, I don't want to. I want to absorb some of that, and really I want to, instead of having to absorb it, put it back on the customer.
Yeah.
Because we are giving them something they can't do themselves. We are giving them 3 things they can't do themselves. They can't design it themselves, they can't order and get everything prepared themselves, and they can't build or install it.
Right.
And I don't know. Even if I'm helping people with IKEA, they can try to design it themselves, they could try to order it themselves, they could try to build and install it themselves. Or I could just say, like, hey, I can help you at each of those levels on some, because I don't really want to do modular stuff. It's just not that fun.
No, I hate modulars.
Yeah.
I hate fillers.
But from your perspective, the shop is busy right now. But something like this is realistic to be working on.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because I can get it to the point where as long as I have this done, like before drywall starts, like 3 weeks before drywall, that'll keep us on pace to get everything ordered before drywall's done and then get everything built and installed within 3 weeks of drywall being done.
Yeah.
Because you still have to prime. And there's still other stuff you got to do on your remodel that 3 weeks is, that's plenty.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I want though. 3, 3, and 3. Kind of. And I'm okay with those all changing, but
That should work.
It's a
You know,
fun it's a fun number.
There's no reason it can't in a normal setting.
So I think if it's okay with you, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this
Yeah,
and then just show you
I'd
what
like to see, yeah.
show you what I've got going and have you tell me, hey, that's stupid, it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, no, I'll give you my opinion. I
And
won't
that's
tell
exactly
you
right.
any
Like,
of it's
well,
stupid.
well,
Yeah.
it'd be helpful if you told me what was stupid. So-
Yeah, well, I might tell you what not necessary or
yeah, totally.
what may be necessary, you know. Once you send it to me, I'll look at it for a couple of days and think about, you know,
Totally.
so that, you know, instead of jump and say, oh, this, you know.
Of course. Yeah. But that's what I'm working on. If you
That
have,
way we can do it one time and be done.
and then
Yeah.
it is what it is,
Yeah.
and then I honestly think it would be helpful for Esker to have something where there's these checkpoints, the decisions that need
Oh,
to be
yeah.
made, and you could consolidate all of this with a very simple customer into one meeting, but there still is all the same decisions that need to be made. Maybe the customer just doesn't care about them. And then in that case, you need to have just like a default button.
Yep.
I don't know how to spell that well. But
I don't either.
it is all the same decision, and there only is so many decisions.
Yeah.
And from your perspective, appliances,
But
material,
most of the customers get overwhelmed by the decisions.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's
Especially on
why
the appliances.
that's why I just think like a sheet, like I don't know, something to show you you're making progress. And with my high end customers, because I'm selling an experience. And with the low end customers, you're selling an experience too. You're selling a cheap, quick, and dirty experience.
Yeah.
But
It's all experiences.
it is all experience.
Yeah.
With the high end customers, that is why I think it's worth breaking it down like this. So
Yeah.
you feel like you are the one walking through
The
it.
only
you're
other thing I would
contemplating it.
do was with the appliances is to put in a request for them to buy the appliances
Yeah.
so that they know that they're available when they're ready to get them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they change appliances so much anymore. That, you know, you can look at it online at Home Depot even, you know. And then a week later, you know, after you give me the size, it's not available,
Yeah.
you know.
And that would be somewhere in here is like
Yeah.
your appliances need to be ordered. By the end of this week, you need to make your decisions, and we can't move on to next week's decisions until you have done this.
Yep. That'll save me a lot of time
Yeah,
going back and forth, you know, just like the job I showed you.
100%.
I'm gonna have to go back and redraw it, I know. You know, certain parts of it, you know.
All right, I'm gonna take one more page, I guess.
No, go ahead. You can take the whole fucking thing.
Appliances. I have a list somewhere in my own notes, but appliances is like, I would say, I don't know if there's anything more important.
No,
Appliances and locations.
yeah,
Because if you're, like, that's part of what I said needs to be uphill of this whole thing. Is like, you kind of need to know where your appliances are going to be located
Yes.
before we even start this process. And if you want that help,
location will probably be more on you though.
yeah, to recommend good locations.
Yeah, well, if you're going into a kitchen they're gonna tear out,
Mhm.
you know, they're gonna have the appliances sit wherever they are.
Yes,
Yeah.
unless they're moving
Right,
stuff.
unless they're moving it.
But
you
that's
know.
what I mean, is before we even start this, you
Yeah.
need to make sure, like, generally speaking, is your fridge going to stay over there? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Is your stove going to stay over here? Okay, great.
Yeah.
But all that is, I don't want to have that conversation during this first meeting. That needs to be decided up here.
Yeah,
Before we even start this one, before we even start this process, you need
yeah,
to
they
know.
need to know what they want, somewhat.
Yeah. Yeah. And with jobs that are permitted, it's never a problem.
Yeah.
Because you really can't move it. I mean, you can, but it's like there's a whole.
Well, you could do a kitchen without a permit as long as you don't move any electrical
Yeah.
or plumbing,
Yeah.
you know.
But that's what I'm saying.
You can hook another oven back in, technically, without a permit, you know.
But I get a lot of people who are doing it unpermitted in Santa
Yeah.
Barbara. And if you are doing it permitted, I don't really care. Because
Yeah.
you've already figured all that out.
Yeah.
You don't need my help. If you're unpermitted, before we even start my process, I need you to figure out general appliance locations.
You know why
Like,
most of
generally.
them do it without a permit, don't you?
Because it takes too long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in Santa Barbara.
Which is part of, like, I don't think I want to say this yet, but part of what I'm thinking is if I'm only doing 12 a year, I only want to do permitted jobs. Partially, like that's partially how I feel is because the process is just so much easier for me when it's permitted.
Well, most of the jobs you're gonna do are more of a remodel than just a kitchen.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
they're gonna move a wall or something.
Yeah.
So they gotta get a permit.
You'd think.
Well, yeah.
This Hollister one, no permits. This Hollister one is some bullcrap, dude. They put up drywall before they reran their electrical. I was like, what are you talking about? Well, this is all backwards. So, through this whole process, and now they're very upset that it's taking so long. It's like, well, okay. Through this whole process, I've had to coach you on how to be a general contractor and how to not do things out of order. And it's not my job. It's not my role. You're not paying me for it. I can't get you this 3-week thing accomplished if I'm also having to coach you on how to be a general contractor. And I certainly can't stack jobs. I can't do multiple things at once if I'm having to do that for you.
Yeah,
So
because it's taking up your time.
it's taking up my whole week. My whole week on one job that's not paying me for it. Appliances, material, wood and finish.
Yeah.
For me, I'm doing countertops in there too, so that all gets factored in
Yeah.
somewhere. And specialty cabinets. My question though is, you kind of got to talk about specialty stuff early-ish
Yeah.
to kind of know, because I could during the first meeting, if we know where the things are going to go, I can give you like quick little descriptions of specialty options.
Well, yeah, and you can ask them, is there any special things you want? You know, pull out spice rack, knife drawers, trash pull out,
Yeah.
Of course, most all that on these jobs are normal,
Yeah.
But, I remember one job I drew up there that I put 2 spice racks in on both sides of the stove and they didn't want them.
Yeah.
They said no. And that shocked me, but they didn't want them.
This all kind of seems like first week decisions,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Second week decisions gets a little bit more into, okay, now that we kind of have a first draft, because that would be the product at the end of this first week, is like you get your first draft. Now we can go through that and actually like fine tune. And what needs to get decided in the fine tuning? It's like, I don't know. When do I want to decide my end panels? When do I want to decide my door style? I can decide my door style week 2, probably, right?
Yeah. You should be able to decide your end panels and all that stuff too.
So it's kind of the second week is kind of the style week.
Yeah.
And you got door style, inset versus overlay. I don't know.
Finished ends. If they want a door end or,
Yeah. Your
That way
toe
it can all be
kick
drawn.
decisions, kind of like, are we going all the way down with the sides of our? Yeah. I don't need to write it down, but style week is kind of this is like general.
Yeah. After we do this, I'll get the drawings ready for this week and then send them to you and them or you and you can send them to them. And then they can figure out all this from the first set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need your general overview. Then you just need your specifics. So you can get a second draft by the end of this week.
Yep.
And then by this 2-hour meeting, if I have it 2 more 2-hour meetings this last week, it's like final changes. And I kind of need paint color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or stain.
Yeah. Yep. Your color, your stain, any final changes?
Name and
that are-
address.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't used to worry about it so much, but then I started getting multiple jobs by everybody,
Yeah.
and then up here it says Nate.
Yep.
You know, which
Totally.
one? You know,
Yeah. I'm gonna start probably sending them to you just with like Carlo kitchen, Carlo
Yeah.
bathroom. Like not even put the
just something to reference it by.
yeah.
You know, you can put number 22 on it,
Mm-hmm.
and just tell me job number 22. You know, I don't really need their name. I need their address for delivery, but you know, other than that, I don't. You know, usually I'll just go by the street name. You know, and then, you know, we can keep it. You know, like see this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them for Kendra. You know, I don't want to go through all 8 of them to pick which one I
Yep.
need to look at. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but by next year that'll all go away.
Rooting for you.
It will.
Yeah. Well, I hope to replace them all.
Yep.
This is my biggest problem is I'm good at selling. I'm really good at selling. But I can't get enough output. And I just want to go sell. That's all I want to do.
I was pretty good at selling,
Yeah.
but what made me good at selling was my lack of concern.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can use me or you can use somebody else, I don't care.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it doesn't matter to me, you know.
And I think that is the key, specifically because
You're showing them that you're good.
exactly
Yeah.
the attitude I want to have when I'm selling. Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Me and Nate are talking.
Okay, you got a price for the Javalo
For which one?
for the tile.
Yeah, I do. He was supposed to send me the address. Did he send it to you?
Let me see. I'm done. He said it's 46. No, I think that one is the other one.
Okay, I've got it. I can send him a price, but it didn't have an address on it, so
Yeah, it doesn't say it in there. Huh.
yeah, I know. I looked.
Yeah, I just put Kyle, I guess. I don't know.
Okay,
He just asked me again.
okay. You got it.
Thanks, appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. Bye.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated...
I ain't sending it without the address.
General stuff first week, style your second week. Hey, do you want glass?
What's that?
Do you want glass in your doors?
Yeah, well,
That'd be a question to ask during
yeah.
style week. But I can get them like a first draft just as like a reference to make sure we're on the right page. And I can
usually
even-
if people want glass in them, they'll tell you up front.
yeah.
You know, when you're looking at it with them, yeah, I'd like glass here, you know, or, you
Yeah.
know, that 99% of the time.
For me though, my biggest problem is someone will say something and I'll forget because I'm sure you got it worse than me because you got so many jobs. I just can't remember which one was for what.
Yeah, I write them down pretty quick now.
And realistically, what I want is I've got my first week decisions, I've got my second week decisions, and I got my third week decisions. As soon as I get a decision, I don't have to wait until then. But I do have, this is what we're focused on this week. I don't even want to touch anything downstream from here until we know our appliances.
Yep.
Until you can tell me what is painted and what is wood, generally speaking. We can pick the exact stuff, but just generally.
And if it's two-tone,
Exactly.
3 colors, whatever, you know.
Yeah. So, but I think that'll work. I'm gonna go work on this and make something nice.
Okay, well, if you need any more, just call me. I'm more than happy to help you.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate
Do
it.
you?
I do.
Okay, good.
That's why I come here.
So I got no problem helping you.
I know that. It's been a major blessing.
I'll bet you there's a scam call. Hello?
What up, Johnny? It's Kyle. My phone died, but I can see you trying to call me on my watch.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a scam call. I need the address on that last job.
What last job?
The one where you sent Esker yesterday or something. The three drawings or pictures.
Oh, yes. That one is, can you go to my pending bids? It's a Skytop.
Skytop.
Skytop in the city of Orange, but let me get you the address. 2546 North Skytop.
Okay. You got it. I'll have you the
Is
price.
that helpful for you? Does that work if I do things like that?
Yeah, because, well, I'm going to send you a price and it doesn't have no name on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking in the future, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Esker.
Yep.
I can scan the kitchen. I've got this cool app that allows me to scan the kitchen. It gives me true sizes, and then from there I could just I have an AI bot that I just say, hey, I need this size, this size, this, and it will actually build this whole thing for me in 10 seconds. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Sounds good to me. Okay, buddy. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, he's thinking the same way I am.
Huh?
He's thinking the
Oh,
same
yeah.
way I am. Yeah.
You guys are young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's
He's doing a lot of AI stuff.
I am too. I'm doing a lot. This is I bought a program that's teaching me a bunch of stuff, and
I haven't done anything with it. Don't want to.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
No.
I have to. If I
Yeah.
don't, I'm screwed.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. But
the only reason I went to this is because my hand started shaking so bad I couldn't draw 'em good.
yeah,
You know,
makes sense.
I mean, I could draw a job in 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a complete job. You know, I think these are easier to read.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm glad I went to it. But I still learn things about the thing almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you showed me when you tap on the edge of the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never do that.
Yeah. I know.
I always went up there and
I'm
put,
slow at typing, so any chance I get, I just copy and paste the stuff. So I always do that. I was seeing you do it. You were typing it in one by one every single time. I was like, I just couldn't do that because I hate how slow I am at typing.
Yeah, well, I'm slow. I'm slower than you are.
Well, just barely. Alrighty, well,
Okay, bud,
thanks, John.
you got it.